All right, now let's see how to actually set up a workflow from scratch. For that, we'll need to upload a sample source file. So I'm gonna take this English invoice that we have. And then I need to upload a template for the output file. This is going to be the price quote template I have. All right, moving on to the next step. We need to define all the fields that we want AI to fetch from the invoice. So I'm going to take the date here. And let's start with the invoice number. No modifications are needed for the invoice number, so I'm going to leave this checkbox here unchecked. Then I'll say get me the invoice date. Again, no modifications required. And I'll say get me the email, or I can say ship to field, no modifications. Then I'll get the product description, and I'll tell it to remove the brackets and everything within. All right. Next, we need to get the quantity without any modifications, rate, and let's add 1%, 1.5 multiply, which is 50% add markup, multiply by 1.5. Then the amount also multiply by 1.5. Subtotal, same thing. And for the tax, I'll say subtotal multiply by 0.2, which is 20% tax. And the total invoice value and the prompt for modification will be subtotal plus tax. That's it. So moving on to the next step. Now we see our output file template. The fields that the space where I want the fields to appear, I left them blank intentionally, right? So that there would not be any overlap with pre-existing data here. All right, so we see all the fields that AI parsed from the source file. Starting with invoice number, I'm going to drag this onto here. Invoice date, and yeah, each field can be customized in its appearance. So I can change the color, I can change the background color, opacity of the background color, then alignment, and also the size, the size of the font. Coming soon will be an option and possibility to modify the font itself and a few other appearance settings. All right, so invoice date. And by the way, I can drag the same field on the document a few times. If I want this date appear like at the top and the bottom, I can drag and drop it here, and I can do the same here, for example, just to duplicate if I need to. Then I'll say ship to this field. It will be built to here. Product description, as you can see, the brackets and everything within them was removed. And I'm gonna say remove the opacity for the fields that will appear here, because there is a line here, and if there is overlap, I don't want like the line to disappear partially in the output file. All right, I'm actually gonna move it here. And then quantity will go over here. Let's align these a little bit to make it more nice and tidy. Then the unit price comes here. Next will be the amount. And subtotal down below. plus the tax, which is accurately calculated as $180 from $900, and the total invoice value, again, nicely calculated by adding a subtotal plus tax. And that's basically it. So we've done designing the output file and customizing this workflow. Next, we just need to test it and see if it works just like we want it to. And I simply upload a new invoice. It's going to parse all the data from it and show us how the output file looks like. And by the way, the input file, the source file, doesn't have to be exactly like the one you uploaded designing the workflow. So if any file contains more or less the same fields that you indicated the AI to parse, the AI is smart and intelligent enough to find those fields and like fetch them, parse them, and put them on the output file. So it doesn't have to be exactly the same layout and structure. And by the way, everything in Molku is secure, so you don't have to worry about like protecting privacy of your data or your files, etc. So yeah, here we see it. Everything appeared where it needs to. We see the date here, yeah, the duplicate, and then the subtotal tax total here, quantity, the description, unit price, and amount. And that's basically it. Now, if I click on finish, next time I want to run it, I simply upload the file here. It's going to open a new tab. And as you can see here, the link is automatically copied to clipboard. And just in same like Loom does when you record a Loom video. So you don't have to copy paste the link URL if you want to send the link to someone. And you have the option either to send the link to someone so they can see the final document, or you can also simply download this. And if you the sharing on toggle is by default on, but you can toggle it off so that only you can see this page. And in this case, you will need to click on this button, download the PDF file, and send it manually. Or if you want to share the link, you can toggle it back on, copy the link, and just send the link to someone. And when they open the file, when they open this link, they will not see all these controls here that you see. Let me go to the incognito mode on my browser and see what the recipient will see when they receive this link. This is what they will see. And they also have the option to download the file again. And this is it. Give Molku a try and see how it can help you automate the data transfer between different documents and save you hours of manual copy pasting. Thank you.